Hello farmers, welcome back to East Vineland, taking care of our small little grass field here. And then I got some other big grass fields I need to take care of. We'll get that in just a minute. But yeah, today we're just going to be mainly focusing on our own area here. Of course, cutting the grass, going to bale it on up, make some silage bales. And then we're going to buy the property that is behind the garage. I loaded the game in today, and we got actually one of the farmers we got a very good discount on. And the property is going to be rather cheap, and then we're going to probably put down the shed, but we'll have to take care of some trees back there. Try to figure out where I want to position the shed, and possibly maybe put down the bale shed, a square bale shed. And the reason of that is I've taken all the other grass contracts. They all want hay being made. And I'm thinking also today we're going to be putting down another sheep pen. So that's why I took all the hay contracts. Because I could use some if I'm going to put down another sheep pasture. So I probably won't be doing the hay contracts this episode. I'll probably get the hay contracts mostly done in between episodes and finish up the last of the 3 fields at the beginning of next episode. So that's kind of what we're doing today. But we're going to be focusing around here. Like I said, get these silage bales made. So they can start being processed as silage. And then we'll be buying some buildings, doing some landscaping, probably getting rid of some trees as well. I just realized though, I don't know if I got that Devour Tree mod installed on this Let's Play. Or I could just cut down the trees and remove the stumps with the Easy Developer mod. Well, the Devour Tree mod will allow me to actually make all the trees into wood chips instead of cutting them down and have to deal with them that way. We'll see in just a moment. I got to get these silage bales made first. So yeah, we're up to $330,000, which is pretty darn good. Some fertilizing contracts is all I've done in between episodes. I did about maybe 5 of them, and I love those contracts because, like I've always said, it doesn't take that long to get them done. They pay rather well, even though you got to buy the fertilizer to fertilize the fields. We're not using that much, honestly, so that's why I prefer doing. I should mention, though, on the hay contracts, in case I forget later on in the episode, I did borrow the items because we don't have any, we don't have the windrower. We don't have a tedder to make hay. So I had to borrow it, and we're going to be using all the equipment on the borrowing for doing the field, just because I took the one that comes with the big Crone M, so I might as well go ahead and mow it that way. I will be using some of my equipment, my tractors. I'll probably have maybe the class falling behind tedding the grass, and then I'll be like in the T8, or I think they gave me a Fent tractor as well, so I may use their Fent to windrow it. And I'll be using their square baler also, just to make less amount of bales. And of course they got a baling trailer, an auto-loading baling trailer, and I'm going to sell most of the hay bales, I think, meaning after the contracts are complete. I may sell some of the hay bales just to get some more money, but I do want to keep quite a bit because we're going to have tons of sheep here in a while. Well, we're going to buy some more sheep. We're not going to fill up the pen. It's going to be the same pen that we were using on Cylindra that hold 195 sheep. I've been looking at some other sheep pens, and either I've used the sheep pens before, or there are none that are, well, either they take up too much space, or none that are just fitting for the map. So we're going to use the one like I've been using on Cylindra. Same ones I use on No Man's Land. It's kind of similar to this pen here, but just not quite the same. So we're going to be losing a little bit more of our grass field here. I'm hoping maybe next year to be able to have enough money to buy a grass field, one of the 3 that we're doing, so we can go ahead and make silage bales and or hay when we need it. And I have no problem spending all the money today if I have to. We don't need that root crop harvester and header until October, and we should be able to come up with enough money by then to pay for it. Just kind of waiting for it to possibly show up on the sales items. I mean, there's a very slight chance it can happen, but the odds of it actually happen are kind of slim. So I'd rather go ahead and expand the farm and do what we've been trying to do for the past year and a half on this map. And eventually, I'm hoping to upgrade our baler as well. But all these things I want to do, sometimes you can't do them because you got to do things in certain orders. Alright, so for now, yeah, I'm going to park this stuff out here. Alright, let's grab this wrapper. Yeah, this wrapper kind of got me a little bit spoiled. Going over to Cylindra, I was using the Pottinger, which is kind of similar baler to this. The only difference that this one has compared to that one is that this actually has like 2 containers, 2 capacities. So on the Pottinger, you gotta stop and wait for it to unload. This one here, we can just keep right on going. Hopefully it switches all over to grass. It did. Even the working speed of this should be 10 miles an hour. We just fill up way too quickly to go 10 miles an hour. So I think that's why the baler slows down to the 5/6 miles an hour that it does. If the swath wasn't as big as it is, you can go a little bit quicker. As I drive over that bale 20 times over. Yeah, these are some good swaths that we're picking on up. Yeah, when I checked, as I advanced through the month of April here, and the contracts kept popping up, and I was doing the fertilizing contracts, and then I saw the grass fields coming up, and they all wanted hay again. I'm thinking, well, if I don't take any of those contracts, they're just going to sit there for another year again. And I said, you know what? Maybe this is the time to take all 3 fields. They're all hay contracts. Get them all done. Collect all the extra hay bales that we can. So I got about 6 bales left. Something like that. So I was like, yeah, we'll get a lot of extra hay. That way I can put down the sheep pastures. They can start making some wool. And then we'll start making some more money in the month of December again. Well, I don't know when the best time is to sell wool, but whenever the best time is to sell wool, that's when we'll sell it. I'm also thinking today, because we do got 70 pigs in the pen, I may bring 20 pigs on down to the meat market. We'll keep the mature pigs, because they're the ones that are already reproducing, so we'll probably take some of the quote-unquote piglets and bring them on down. And the meat market does not understand the difference between a newborn pig and a mature pig. It just sees it as one pig. So bringing the more expensive ones down is not going to help us out. It's kind of different, like the if you're watching Cylindra and what I've been talking about doing there, about doing the horse training facility. That mod there, that production building, does care about the age and the fitness of the horse and what it equals to. But here, the meat market doesn't really care. So yeah, we'll just keep about 50 mature pigs in that pen, and as they reproduce, we'll bring them on down to the meat market and get pushed on over. I mean, the meat market will slowly make us money, but not as much as if I were to let the pigs mature and sell them as they grow up. But it gives us something different to kind of do. And we really haven't gotten the pigs on 22. We did a little bit on No Man's Land, and we've only had them a little while here on East Vineland. So it's all gonna come around. We're making enough money around here now. I'm not too concerned about, we need to actually do something that actually makes us money. Everything is actually making you money. So it's a matter of at what rate. All right, this is going to take me a little while to get this done. Not too bad time really, but may take me like an extra 5-10 minutes here. But we're just wrapping up some more marshmallows so we can sell them in the month of January. Got a whole bunch of lovely marshmallows sitting here waiting to be picked on up. And we'll put those down over where we usually do. Get these out of the way, and then we'll start buying some things, placing some buildings on down. It's going to look a little bit different around here by the end of April. I do got some little bits and pieces there. I'm not sure I can get enough to get a full bale. Would be nice. Yeah, I'm only at 91%. I know there's some pieces here and there. Looks like I possibly get another bale out of it, but I don't think I will. I'm going to go shove this back into our little shed here. I don't have to get it that close to the wall. I'm not trying to squeeze everything in like I am on Solyndra. Alright, let's grab the baling trailer, pop these on up. Get them out of our way. And just about as usual, 25 bales. Those look good right there. Alright, let's go ahead and park this right up here. Alright, so today we are looking to buy, we're not looking to buy, we're going to buy this field or area right behind our garage. Now, I know everyone doesn't watch every episode, so let me explain what's going on here and what we're going to be paying. So, the land on this map is very expensive, as it would be in real life. That's the way Mac Trucker designed it. So originally this field should cost like about where's my paper? Like $192,000. But if you start on Fresh Farmer, there is actually a sheep pasture on here. We played on Start From Scratch, which removes the sheep pen, but the field price stays the same. So what I did was I calculated how much it would cost, what the sheep pasture costs. I subtracted that. So without the sheep pasture on here, the field should actually cost $123,000. So you can see today, Gina Hartman now owns the property. We get 25% off. So if I take the 25% off to $123,000, we should be paying $92,000 for this field. So I'm going to go ahead, buy this field. We should be $92,000 less here. So I got to figure that out now. So yeah, should be sitting somewhere around 245,000. Yeah, somewhere around $245,000. Well, all right, we're sitting at 243,807. Now we own this property behind us. I'm hoping we can fit two things on here. But the main thing I want to put down definitely is the garage. That's only like $90,000. I actually forgot how much the baling shed actually is. Is that under silos? It might be. Let's see, which one's this one for? That's for round bales. So they are 145,000. And it's not that big, but it's big enough. All right, so I can't remember if I activated the mod or not. We're going to find out here in just a second. Forestry, and it's called the Devour Tree mod. And no, I don't have it installed, so let me go take care of that right now. Alright, I do have the mod activated, Devour Tree mod. And I'm just checking out the barn. This is the barn I want to put down. So it's got double doors on both other opposite sides of each other. So I'm trying to just figure out exactly how I want to place things in here. I want to give myself a little bit of room from the garage because there is like a bay area that we could store some stuff on the side. Well, if I face it this way, the side to our left, you can store some stuff there. But I do like the way the windows are there. I kind of want that facing maybe towards the road. So I kind of want to maybe put the barn in like this. So I'm thinking, I mean, if it wasn't for this one tree right here, I wouldn't buy that Devour Tree mod today, but looks like we're going to. So by putting the barn kind of like this, it gives us room on either side to drive things in and out of without driving into a field. So let's go ahead and go into here, Forestry, and it should be here somewhere. Devoured Trees, there it is. As I know from doing this on Cylindra, just by putting the chute on there costs $100,000, which is extreme. The capacity is 50, but if I don't put the chute on there, I don't know how I'm going to get the wood chips out. But we'll leave it as is. It's only cost us $25,000. And again, if you're new to the series, we're not allowed to lease on this Let's Play. So I can't rent and just return it. So anything that we need to use, we got to buy. And then I can't return and sell it because that's kind of like leasing. So we got to hang on to it. We do have the color mods. What I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and color this. I don't know. Let's just go like a little bit of... okay, that's... what does that do here? Let's do that. And then we'll go like painted metal. Chrome. What does that look like? Well, that's an interesting color. We'll just go with it. So $25,000. Let's go ahead and buy that. All right, I'm going to head on down to the store with the T8 because, you know, I'm right here. We'll go grab that and we'll chop up some trees, 1 or 2. Depends how crazy I want to get here with the money. And we'll put down a shed, which will allow us to start putting some more of our equipment away. And, of course, for the future, our root crop harvester will fit in there. Hopefully the shed is as big as it seems it might be, but sometimes you never know. Got my beacons on because I almost got hit twice coming back with this thing. Beacons don't really seem to do too much on traffic. They still just pull out right in front of you. So I'm kind of interested, you know, this will have a capacity of 50,000 liters of wood chips. But without the chute, I don't know exactly how it would empty them, but we'll figure that out when we come across it. Alright, let's go ahead and I'll have to bring up the HUD because when I used it like this on Silver Run, even though you don't have the pipe, you still got to put the pipe out. Alright, so the pipe is now out. I should be able to turn this. It might be still unfolding. There it goes. Now it's done, even though we can't see it. So this should take down the whole tree. And that's a lot of wood chips for one tree. I think I'm going to take this one down over here as well. I will be replanting some trees here in the future. I may even use the hand planting mod like I'm using on Cylindra. So instead of buying trees like I did like on No Man's Land, we may go ahead and plant them. That way we can watch them grow. So this tree, I thought it didn't devour the whole tree at once. I'm going to have to take care of it little by little. But that stump doesn't want to go away. I thought it was going to be like the first tree. Just go ahead and... oh, that's better. That's a little bit better. Make sure I get all these little pieces. I thought about just buying a chainsaw for $1,000, cutting down the trees, and then use the easy developer mod and just delete them. But we're going to go this route. Alrighty here. Now let's see how this is going to look. Oh yeah, probably the first thing I should do, well, it's saving the game for me. Okay. Save the game first. Always works on out. And sheds. And I think it's this one right here for 95,000. So it looks like I might terraform a little bit. Let me make sure I'm kind of squared up with the other buildings. Doesn't have to be too precise, but, you know, you don't want it that, you know, far enough off. Alright, so that tree over there may have to disappear. Does that look right? Yeah, so that... yeah, none of these are kind of squared up now, are they? I kind of squared up to this one, and I could tell that it wasn't squared up to this one, so we'll kind of cheat a little bit more that way, like so. And I think right there is where it's going to go. And that is what it looks like, my friends. That is a decent sized garage. I'll say that much. That is a big garage. I was ready to say, please tell me the door is open. That would really suck. Like it's just a decorative piece. Boy, is that door big enough for a root crop harvester? I sure hope it is. Let's just give it a test here to get a... You know, we're looking at a door and it may not look big enough, but one way to test it is... Let's grab this beast. And we'll actually put this into the shed if this fits. May not fit with a header on it, though. So the header may have to stay outside. Yeah, that header is definitely not going to fit in there. Alright, well, okay, so where do I want to put the header for now? You know what, doesn't matter. I'm just testing to see how it fits in there. I'm starting to question if this will actually fit to the door. Yeah, I think it'll squeeze in. It squeezes in. It does squeeze on in there. Is this a workstation over here? Kind of looks like a workstation, but I don't think it is. I will just turn on interactive zone markers for just a second, just to see. No, I don't see no work zone in here. Alright, didn't hurt to have a quick look there. Alright, so we do have a place for our combine and of course a root crop harvester, and of course I could bring other stuff on in here as well. There are lights up in the ceiling. So either they're automatic lights or there is a switch somewhere. And I'm not seeing a switch somewhere. So I'm going to assume, what you know what happens when you assume, that they will come on in the nighttime. We will find out in very shortly. All right, let's turn off the T8 and the beacons. We don't need those. All right, so we're not done spending money just yet. Still got $123,000. And we're going to spend half of that, or a little bit more than half of that, to put down a sheep pasture. And this is for wool making purposes only. So the first thing I want to do is I want to paint this land here. That's because the game's going to see it as a farm field. And I don't want that. So let's go to painting. And we're going to go to just pure grass here. And somewhere like this. I think that's going to be kind of close. I'm not going to do the plants decoration as of yet. Let's go to animals. We're going to go to sheep. And this one right here. Yeah, this is the one we've been using. Right, so I got to make sure I give myself some room on the other side for collecting the sheep's milk. The buildings are the same size. They just don't quite look the same, but that's okay. Alright, so that cost me $77,000, which is not that bad. And yeah, I think we're all set there. Alright, let's go back into landscaping. And go to painting. What did I put down here? Remember back in the days we didn't have so many choices and it was kind of easy to remember what you had down? That's not it. Might be this. It's not it either. There we go. That's what we got. I was going to say, don't tell me I'm in the way. I'm always in the way of myself. There we go. Let's go ahead and make this look somewhat decent around here. Okay, now the other thing I want to do is I want to go to plants and I want to put on just meadow grass because I got the realistic animal grazing mod on. So by putting meadow grass in here like I did on Cylindra, the sheep will actually graze off of this grass here and it'll help us save on some hay. And I'm trying to remember, did I do it here? I must have done it here because that grass isn't growing, but just to be sure, I want to put some meadow grass in here. And what the mod does, it takes grass from here and puts it right into their trough. Alright, now we need to go into decorations. Because most people do like to see a fence line around it. And I think the white fence is going to look best. But we're going to try to match the fence line we got with the other sheep pen. And kind of see the grid here. There we go. And if we come over here and do this. Am I here? No, I don't want to open the door. Alright, that trigger should be there somewhere. Okay, I was right at the trigger. There we go. Yeah, we just don't want to see the grid there, that's all. There we go. Now the next thing we do need to have, of course, is some sheep. I got a little bit too much of meadow grass in here. I mean, I do got the animal trailer, but I feel kind of lazy. I don't want to drive all the way up there to get the sheep. So let me go to here, and let's see. We got the Black Mountain sheep, or whatever they're called. What do we have over there? Black Welsh. Or we got the Swiss. Might be the Swiss. So let's go over here, and we'll get ourselves some Steinchef. That's the way I would pronounce it. Yeah, transportation fee is not that much. We're just going to go ahead and start with... we'll go 20. I think we're fine with 20. It's only going to cost us $10,777. Let's go ahead and buy them. Yes, please. Alright, so they're in here. Now, they should take feed right from the grass. out there. I want to make sure that works first before we go any further and feed them off, because I want to make sure that that's actually working. It should work with this pen because it's the same pen I'm working with on Solyndra, and as long as you paint the grass as meadow grass, they should take it right there. So yeah, we'll get some wool, and I'm going to look at and try to remember when's the best time to sell wool here on East Vineland. No, I'm not going to be taking wool to a spinnery or anything like that. We're just going to go ahead and sell the wool as is. Okay, so there's the fabric and clothing. So where is the wool? You would think that would be grouped kind of together right there. And so that's now. The best time to sell wool is now. Of course, we don't have any, so it'll be a year. And the best thing is our own selling lodge takes it, so we're going to get a lot better price for selling. You can see we're going to get about $1,800 per. So we won't be selling any wool for about a year. And by then, these guys should have produced, guys and gals, I guess, should have produced a good amount of wool. So I spent, what, 300 grand in cash today? I don't have enough money for a bale shed. That was, what, 100 some odd $1,000. But yeah, look at that shed down there. That looks awfully nice. And look at that. You can look right through the glass and see our combine sitting in there. So I better make sure I always wash my stuff before I put it away, or else it's going to look kind of terrible. This is going to open up this place right here a little bit. Our water tanker in there. I might throw the animal trailer in there. That just takes up too much space. And yeah, our cedar can actually stay here. Let's just open up the door to see what we got in here. So our T8 and our Class Arion get parked right here. Yeah, you just don't have the room to back up a trailer in here, then back up things to these doors. So I think all the big stuff will go into the other shed. So like our trailer and that trailer, the grain trailer and the animal trailer, will probably go into the big shed, and we'll leave like the small stuff, the water tanker, the small seed drill. And I will have one spot open for here. Probably the future for like a tedder and a windrower maybe in here, because we got to make some hay. Well, no, that actually won't go here because I've been talking about buying the bigger grass fields. And I may put a shed down there to do the grass work. Eventually this grass field here I'm not going to care too much about, but you know what? It's still producing 25 bales every time I cut it on up and make some silage bales. So there is a lovely shed right there for us. Yeah, the light should come on at nighttime. So what I'll be doing between episodes is I'll just teleport on down. You can see all the grass fields here. We got 3 of them, 47, 94, 105. And if we just come on down here, let's see, what do we get? Of course, we get the big M. Unfortunately, it's not the big M that has a PTO shaft on it. That's a modded one that I got installed. So, yeah, we got one tractor, the Fendt. So, yeah, we'll mow it. And then I'll probably have my Class Arion maybe tedding it. No, it's going to get messy if I do. Okay, yeah, I'll have the Fendt ted it. And then I'll bring another tractor down after I get done with one pass around the field. I'll windrow it and bale it. Then we'll pick it on up. And let's see here. Where are these contracts? So you can kind of see. So we're going to get paid, let's see, that's about $57,000 to do the contracts. And of course, I'm getting a lot of hay bales extra to sell and also store. So we'll see how that goes. But I can do that all in the month of... Do I want to finish it this month? I probably do. Yeah, I want to finish it in the month of April. But what I wanted to see, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually save the game here. I can't visit that. What can I visit here? I can visit this. All right. Let me go ahead and I'm going to save the game. Let me turn off autosave because I don't want it to autosave on me. Let me go ahead and save the game here. I'm just going to advance time so you can see if the lights come on and we can see how it looks in the dark. But with autosave turned off, it won't save on me. And I can get those hay contracts done this month rather than starting in the month of May. In April, it should get dark kind of early. Oh yeah, so the lights do come on. All right, this will give us a good indication of what it looks like on the inside. No lights on the outside around here, so eventually we'll have to put some outside lights on. Yeah, lights do come on in here, but they're not extremely bright, are they? But they're bright enough. They're like nighttime lights. That's all we kind of like really need in here. I don't really work at night anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But there we go. Of course, now I'm going to end the episode. We can't see the outside of the shed too much. But there is our big shed back here. So we bought land, put down one shed. We bought ourselves a sheep pasture. We got 20 sheep, and we also got something to take care of some stumps later on. Yeah, eventually what I want to do is just get into a little bit of forestry on here. We're going to plant some trees and also plant some trees around here. Also, we could be doing that sometime soon because we're starting to get a little bit of what the farm looks like around here. The main thing we just definitely need left around here is a silo, which could be going right over here in front of the grass field. So, and that was like 185,000, but now we got to save up again. I need definitely 300 grand to buy the root crop harvester, but I got until the month of October to come up with that much cash, and we're going to be getting $60,000 from those hay baling contracts, plus extra for some bales. By the time October comes here, we should have that money, no problem. The only thing that'll be a kick between the legs will be waking up in the morning and finding the root crop harvester for sale in here. But you know what? If it does, it does, and whatever. More likely it won't be. Oh yeah, so did the sheep take the grass? Yes, the sheep did take the grass from the meadow here. You can see the grass is gone. And these sheep have not taken that grass. So either this mod won't allow it, but this one does. So not that big of a deal. Because we should be fine on hay bales. But anyways, let me sit here in the light a little bit, just so you can kind of see something here. That's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in East Vineland. But until then, have a good one.